Our bite. And today's guest speaker is Gesto Leo. I'll just try to introduce about Guest Leo. He is an founded Fabricent and he is specialized in Power BI, data modeling, and data warehousing activities. And he has more than 10 plus years of experience and he is always open to connect and share his knowledge at different platforms in the community events. And today we are going to discuss about a topic, prototyping and deploying a data warehouse in Fabric using only metadata. So Leo, I hope you're able to hear, right?
Yeah, perfect, perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you so
I'm
much,
handing over
Haji.
the stage to you. Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you so
please,
much,
please
Haji,
proceed.
for the invitation. Yeah. So thank you so much to have me here. It's a pleasure. All right, to be talking to the great group of data analytics group. Yeah. So let me stop sharing because I was sharing my screen. Sorry. And yeah, so I've prepared some 200 pages slides. No, I'm just joking. Not slides. Today is just hands-on thing. Yeah. So let's materialize something here. So as you mentioned, today we are prototyping and deploying a data warehouse in Fabric using only metadata. Yeah. For doing that, we will use Analytics Creator. It's a German company based in Munich, but you can do the same thing. Depends on your corporate governments. Yeah, you can do the same thing using also notebooks and everything, but you can see the best way is using metadata. Yeah, I might change the picture a little bit because I think the best picture that I should use for doing a presentation in India should be this one, not this bored corporate message. Do you know this place, Hajim?
Yes, Taj Mahal, Agra. Yeah.
Yeah. So next time maybe we could be in person in India. Will be great. Yeah. So definitely, it's a pleasure for me. And as you said, just to wrap up here, how much experience I have? 10 years of experience. I start with Power BI in 2016. Yes, I never have formal education in IT, but I only works in IT using from since data routing. Yeah, so like IP routing. Sorry, it's switches, routers, firewalls, and data IT infrastructure and cabling as well. And then I migrate to databases and etc. But my key skills, of course, is courageous and new challenge and devote to God. So I think the skills we can learn, we can train, yeah. But the principal ones is lack of fear, yeah. Today people are having a lot of fear. So first things first, I will use SQL DB hosted in Azure. So it's a free tier. Everyone can have it. Just go to azure.com, portal.azure.com. We can put this in afterwards, but it's a free DB everyone can use. It's 32 gigs. So in this case, I'm using Northwind database and to be our data source. So in the left-hand side, we have our data source. In the right-hand side, we have our data warehouse. How can we achieve that? It's very easy. Just pull up the metadata. So Northwind is a small database, but very well known, and it's perfect for our purpose because it's have everything that we need. And I did this previously, so I need to delete my previously work. Let me give you 1 second, please. Let me not save this one. And yeah, I'll not save this repository. Give me 1 second that I forgot to delete it. But any questions, if you have, Haji, you can send me on link on chat. Sorry, yeah. I just to delete these repos and I will start from the beginning. Give me 1 second. Let me delete this one. Let me delete the data warehouse fabric Northwind. Yeah. And nothing more. So, as I said, Analytics Creator is a desktop application. Okay. We will use for that, but it can be performed from the scratch as well. Yeah. But in this case, we're gonna use Analytics Creator because it's more faster. Yeah, but the concept is universal, right? So Analytics Creator is a desktop application that we can open, and the central thing is a metadata repository. So for doing that, we need a SQL Server or we need SQL Server on the cloud, doesn't matter, right? So, and then we're gonna create, let me double check, yes, I deleted. So we're gonna create a new repository. What's the repository means? Let me call it here, um, data analytic, put this analytic group, North Wind, okay. You can keep accepting these people, Haji. You can, or should I keep accepting them?
No, no, no. I will do that. I will do that.
Okay,
No
okay.
problem. You
So,
proceed with it.
okay. So in this phase, we have nothing. So in this case, our database is empty. We don't have this DAG Northwind. It's completely empty. By chance, I'm using the SQL Server 2025 here. Okay. And in this case, we are just using, just creating the repo. What's the repo means? We're gonna see in a few seconds. Repo is all the metadata that we need to build a data warehouse, yeah, using metadata. So will be our layers. That means importation layer, staging layer, persistent staging layer, data warehouse layer, data mart layer, and even OLAP, because we can deploy in OLAP model, right? When I mention OLAP, I mention SQL Server SSIS, so SQL Server Analysis Servers, and of course Power BI. So on my left-hand side, I have connectors, layers. It's a predefined layers that I can customize everything. And the package, as I mentioned, import, authorization, persistent, external, and also the deployment options. Because we don't have nothing here. So let me add a connector. In this case, will be North Wind. Okay, and the provider right here will be this database that I mentioned to you. Then no problem, this credential here, because it's a public one. Okay, so in this case, our database also does have nothing, but as you can see on my left hand side, let me refresh this. Now I have a database called DAG. Let me see if I have it here. Repo. Yeah, you can see here repo, and all the tables that I mentioned is the configuration, the intern, everything, but we don't have the data warehouse itself because it's only metadata. It means I didn't move any data. So I don't spend my time moving data to test it after. So because Analytics Creator is very versatile and also fast tool, so we can use a data warehouse wizard. It's a pre-built wizard. We can retrieve all the metadata from the database. Yeah, so it means for us to consume and to configure everything. It's very easy because it's just a matter to select the objects that I need. In this case, I will select the objects um, as a tables. I'm not looking for the views because the views are something that it's after the table. So I'm gonna do the extraction. So because of the extraction, I want to select only the tables. When I push the second screen here below, it's immediately show me what's the layers that I wish to use? Yeah. In this case, categories, territories, suppliers, shippers, products, orders, regions, employee territories, employees. So also give me the opportunity to check if it's a dimension or if it's a fact table, right? So it's pure Kimball. Oh, I want to use data vault. No, not a problem. We can change here and they will select for us the data vault structure, right? So in this case, we will use Kimball Classic, yeah, because it's more well known for everybody, and we will keep all the details as a fact table, yeah, and we will generate the package. So the next phase, we can customize. Remember, here is pure metadata. It means I can customize everything. If I want to add a prefix or suffix for the satellite tables in the case of data vault, if I want to add a foreign key in a calendar fact table, if I want to add a suffix or prefix, I can change everything. Even if I want to use a um, camel case here for the dimension, fact names, whatever you want, I can add it here. If you want to select a view suffix for beginning of the view or after the view, there's not a problem at all. In the next screen, I will generate all the calendar. Yeah, all the calendar and the transformation. It means I don't need to worry about to create a calendar in Power Query, for example. Yeah, so it's pretty easy. Yeah, and I always select all the default transformations. That means I don't need to go column by column when it's string or when you have space on it to change. So I will select all the defaults and I will finish this to generate for me the metadata. Right now, I'm prototyping my data warehouse without moving 1 kilobyte at data. So no data was moved, only metadata. Um, Let me see here. It's going fast. Okay. So as I mentioned, on the left-hand side, I have the sources. It means our database on SQL Server Azure, right? And the staging layer. So I can, here is the data source untouchable. So no queries under the data sources with complex joins. I import the data. I persisted. I also create a view of the data. Yeah. I persisted the data. For example, if you wish to do a complex transformation, also the core layer is the data warehouse layer. Yeah. Also, I have the data mart layer itself. So a bit here. Also, we have the calendar because the calendar don't have a relationship with the dimensions in this case. So the calendar is at the bottom, right? So what we have now, we have all the data that we need to build our data warehouse. So let me open a table here just to have more uh, idea. So in the tables, we have all the schema IDs. It means our layers, right? Also, all the views, all the objects, and all the properties that we need to build it, right? So let's try to deploy this. So because I'm using Analytics Creator, I don't need to worry about nothing regarding the preparation of the script because it will generate everything automatically. Let me just open a quick thing here that I forgot. So for example, on the order details, if I open here, you can see all the data types, uh, all the configurations of the metadata here. Yeah. Also the friendly names, the reference columns, the joins, yeah, the script itself, if I want to use it. In this case, I'm using historization, right? So let me go back to see also the SCD. So the SCD here is it's automatically, yeah. Let me go back to see if I want to add, for example, calculated columns. I can add calculate columns here. If I want to add custom script, custom post transformation or pre-transformation script, I can add it here as well. And the most important thing is pure SQL. You don't need to compile anything. You don't need to worry about the maintenance of the code because it's pure SQL, right? Pure SQL language. So to deploy our data warehouse, in this case, I'm using Fabric SQL because the data warehouse itself it's still in preview. I'm correct, Haji? It's still in preview, right? The data warehouse.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay, so
True.
I'm gonna use a Fabric SQL. But definitely when go live, when go live, the data warehouse will be compatible with that. So I need to create a new item. In this case, will be SQL. A Fabric SQL database. Let me see, SQL database. I think is this one. They change the names every time, yeah. So will be DAG Data Name Script Northwind. Fantastic. Great. So right now, a Fabric is provision a SQL database for us in just 3 clicks. So I don't need to worry about configuration, machine, nothing, just a couple clicks and then it's a database. But this database is empty, right? Because we don't have nothing inside. We have only one schema. It's called DBO and no tables inside of the tables. So what we need the credentials for the Fabric database. So to doing that, let me copy this credential here and go to my analytics creator and pass my credentials to the server, for example, because that's the server. Also the database name. In this case, not DAG because the DAG Fabric created this hash key is the MD5, right? Should be unique identifier of this. And also, I want to generate ADF2 packages. I have two options to do the ETL thing. I can run locally in SSIS or even in the cloud, doesn't matter, or I can run in ADF2. In this case, would be DG Northwind. I'm going too fast, Raji. It's okay, the pace.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, please.
Okay, okay,
The face is fine. Yeah.
okay. So I need the login because we are using Azure. Let me give 1 second here to have my login. I can't remember. So far, so good. And also I have another property here that we can use is to create the new Teamdo data warehouse project. sorry, the Power BI project, it means I will generate all the Power BI project to test it, because I don't need to generate afterwards. I don't need to create a Power BI file to generate the project itself. So with this, I have all the things that I need to deploy my data warehouse. Let me save this and deploy. Any questions so far?
As of now, I'm not seeing anything. So I already
Okay.
asked them to post it in chat. Yeah.
Okay. So right now, Analytics Creator is generating all the artifacts, all the database artifacts that we need to give us the, and also we'll deploy this in Fabric, right? To give us the templates to be deployed. Here is just a matter of a warning, yeah, because the version of SQL Server is different. But let me open this here that you could see the schemas creating everything. Yeah, it's not created yet. As you can see, the CFG now is created, and also the other schemas. But if I go to the data warehouse now, I can see oh, not the tables yet. Not the tables yet. Let me see. Yeah, not the tables yet. Yeah, now I have. So if I go now to my data warehouse, I can't see any tables here. I can see only the views, yes, because in data warehouse we are only using views. If I go to the order details, for example, to select 1,000 rows, I can see that I have the order details table here, but no rows inside because I didn't load anything. I didn't pull any data, just the metadata. Let me see the gene categories. It's the same. And you can notice that we have the SATS ID, the historization ID, the from field. It's in German, but it can be in Hindi, can be in English, doesn't matter. We can change this. And from to validation, it's all the line controlling, yeah. And but we have no data because we didn't pull any data. For doing that, we're going to use Azure Data Factory. So let me open this here and Azure Data Factory, ADF. Why I'm not using Power BI, sorry, Fabric pipelines, because it's not compatible yet, and there is no uh, templates homologated yet. So let me stop here a little bit to go to show you how many artifacts was generated. So in this case, an analyst creator generate all the SQL, all the database project, all the pipelines to ADF, all the logs itself, also the project parameters, and of course the Power BI project. It means this PBIP here have all the things that I need to run this inside of Power BI, but have no data because we don't have any data inside of our data warehouse, only metadata itself. So for doing that, we need import our ARM template. So our ARM template will be imported from our project. So this project was generated today. Yeah, it's 7:53 because it's 7:53 a.m. for me. So let me copy this path and create my own template and just load the file. So right now, as you can see on my left-hand side, I have the 47 resources, one variable and one parameter, and all the metadata that I need, all the metadata that I create to push data into our data warehouse, right? So there's no custom code, there's no hidden code, there's no necessity for compiling any code. Just save it. It's pure metadata. And let me save this as the name of our ADF. Let me copy this here. Oops. Okay. So right now, ADF is validating all my JSON structure, all my ADF elements to create inside of yeah. I have an unexpected thing, so I cannot be deployed inside of Fabric right now, Haji, because there's the subscription have some problems here. But I can deploy locally. Let me change this. My bad. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I promise uh, to be here another time to doing so. Let me save this. But I can show all the pipelines also. Let me copy this here. Let me just check one thing here very quickly. Ah, even with Bill Gates have these problems, right? Let me delete this. Any ideas here, Haji? how to clean up the pipeline. Let me delete this on the fly.
Yes, you can delete once and then we can try one more time, extract.
Yeah. You can edit after, right? Sorry, guys.
Correct. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Very sorry about that. I promise that I will pay chapati for everyone that when I be in presence. Did I say it correct? Chapati?
Yeah, yeah.
Great. Yeah, I don't know. Uh it's not published. Let me see just a second. I think now it's gonna work. I need just to change. Yeah, now it's gonna work. I need to use AC Factory. Sorry guys, it's on the fly. So let me import my ARM template. And let me load my file here. Welcome, Jewel. Yeah. I need to do a very important thing before. Let me see. Woohoo! Yeah. Now we have our pipeline. So as I mentioned, so in our pipeline right now, let me refresh this. We have historization, we have import, we have workflows, yeah. But also we need the linked server, yeah. To creating so, we need to pass our credentials, and also we need to copy and to allow the permission of this managed identity inside of the workspace, because we don't need to pass the credentials manually. So let me copy here. Let's see the manage access. Let me add this. Yeah, as the admin. So as you can see, we add this. It's a service principal at least, yeah. And now AC Factory is here, so we don't have any problems to access. Let me copy also the credentials here uh, for the data house itself. Let me copy this on Power BI side. So which credential is that? So the credential is the same that we use in Pub in Fabric. We don't need to pass the port. So it's the string for the server name that's generated in the Fabric. Also the database name. And we don't need to worry about the configuration now because it's native integrated. Let me test. successfully. Let's do it now with the Northwind because Northwind is our database. So let me test it as well. I think this is not necessary. Yeah, let me remove this. Oh, they ask for the password again. Just a second. Taking time, right? Yeah. So we have all the things that we need. We have the data warehouse objects. We have the Northwind tables. Yes. But oh, let me publish this. But we don't have any data inside of Fabric because there's no data movement yet, just the metadata. For doing that, so we can use the new feature of using ADF inside of Fabric. It's factory, yeah. We can mount inside of Fabric workspace. We can mount uh, uh, data factory instance, and we can have in a single UI all the data factory that we need. For demo purpose, I will use the debug. Yeah, this is the same as play. As you can see, the same things that we saw in ADF, it's now present inside of Fabric. And because we generate everything in metadata, we don't need to coordinate. We don't need to show each individual things. So we can just execute a pipeline, and this pipeline will coordinate every other objects. So I will just validate to make sure there's no error on it, and I will create a debug. The debug itself will start in a few seconds, and will run all the 47 objects that I need for pulling up some data. So let me divide my screen here and show to you on the database side. Oh, I cannot hide this. Oh, it's okay. No, I want the database. So as you can see, we start the pipelines in Northwind. And in the Northwind, we see, of course, the calendar have the data because we generate itself using the database, but we can see the categories. There's no data inside yet, but in a few seconds we see all the data will be populated inside of Fabric SQL. Yeah, some of them already done and others in progress. Yes. So it's not finished yet, but as you can see here, I have all the data from the Northwind database in Azure SQL now inside of Fabric SQL without coding, without spending my time doing manually conversions. It's all because our project is a pure metadata project. It's pure repository. This repository is our main tables. For each column, for each data type, for each parameter, for each friendly name, I have one table with the attribute. So also the package. Yeah, let me list the package here. All the packages I generate is listed here. It's application to just save your time instead of uh, uh, trying and failing, succeed in one way. So let me see, it's finished. Yeah, it's all succeeded, right? And of course, now because we succeed on this, we can open our Power BI and we can see our data inside of Power BI because we generate automatically the Power BI project. And you can do it by yourself using VS Code, or you can do it using some tools. I mentioned to Haji that uh, that I will share also another tools, yes, another possibilities to do the kind of the same thing, but using notebooks, using another desktop applications. But the concept, the main concept here is to show how it's possible to mount all your data warehouse without needing to, because it's a native query, I need to approve all of this, without needing to build from the scratch or maintaining all the repositories and compiling very complex DBT models, but in pure Microsoft SQL Server. So right now it's loading the tables, as you can see, very fast because it's SQL native. And also our model is done. Of course, there's some properties that I can add. Yeah, also inside of AC, I can add measure for here, but I didn't do it during our short time on it. But it just, oops. It's just a matter of doing, of preparing the project. But the main thing is pure Teamdo. Let me open here to show you guys if you don't know about Teamdo. Script tab. So Teamdo provides a language to create our tables, our measures, our data modeling using pure declarative language. So as you can see here, we have out the database that we create, also the select statement below, and it's very easy and very uh, fast to maintain. We don't need to surprise. Oh, now if I need to change something, you can go to your project. For example, if I want to add a column here, 1A, will be text. Let me see varchar here. Text will be text, yeah. So I can add a column, save it again, um, compile, deploy the project, and we'll be done because we don't need uh, to do everything. We will only do this new thing, yeah. So I hope I could collaborate, yeah. I could improve the knowledge of everybody about the also, of course, the factory, the data factory itself, the Microsoft Fabric, yeah. Also, I just arrived from the Fabric conference. It was a fantastic experience, yes. And basically, I think that's it. Any suggestion, Haji? Any questions? There is one question here. Or, oh, it's just a tongue up. Oh, okay. Tongues
No, no,
up.
no, just posted. Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
And
Okay.
share your experiences, Leo, related to that FabCon, how
Yeah,
it is, and what are the
FabCons.
new things.
Yeah, the new things is very. It's clear that Microsoft will invest hardly on data agents. Yeah, as an AI everywhere. Also, after the Fabcom, I went to Big Data London. Yeah, so AI everywhere. I can assure you, everywhere. So Fabcom London was uh, more focused on data quality, data agents. Yeah, also very strong presence of people saving money, saving money on Databricks and Snowflake. Yeah, but let's get back Fabric. So Fabric definitely is the new platform of data from Microsoft. We will invest highly for certifications. Very important to have the certification DP 700, DP 600. Yeah. Did I forgot something, Haji? DP 700, DP
Yeah,
600.
DP600, that's it.
Yeah.
PL300 is there for
And
Power BI. Yeah,
900 as well, right now. Right now, AZ 900.
that is a fundamental.
Yeah, it's very important also
Yeah,
because everything is inside of Fabric now. Yeah.
correct.
So it's very important this, and also the ability that you have now to interact with data, and also the powerful of the power of the semantic metadata. Because for doing a good AI, we need a very good model. We have at Microsoft Fabric, we have the VertiPark engine. The VertiPark engine is the most used database in the world. Yeah, because more analytical, at least, right? Because its presence inside of Excel, its presence uh, inside of Power BI, yeah, and Power BI. I heard Arun like saying it's close to 7 million users nowadays. Yeah, and it's still growing. Yeah, so there's no slow down for Power BI growing or for Power BI Pro, Power BI PPU, the same things. And and of course, there's a new, very new features of they are investing. For example, uh, the CI/CD, the a lot of projects about computational vision using Fabric. Yeah, there are some projects using computational vision to detect objects, to count things inside of Fabric. Yeah, a lot of planning also, planning for financial planning inside of Fabric. I can mention Lumel from my friend um Gopal Krishnamurthy, the Lumel company. He's investing hardly on planning inside of Fabric, and and also is the first, I think, is the first application running inside of Fabric.
I mean,
There's
you are
a
talking about Infoware, right? Infoware Gopal Krishnamurthy. Infoware.
yeah, Info River, but the name of the company now calls Lumel.
Okay.
Lumel, Lumel, Lumel Gopal Krishna Murphy. I think Murphy. I think is this. Yeah. So it's the first company. Is the first company that is deploying inside of Fabric because yes, will be available. It's because now you can deploy your own application. You can, for example, you deploy one, you build in one solution. You can deploy your own application inside of Fabric. Yeah, and that's a fantastic experience. But definitely AI is a good thing, and semantic models everywhere. Yeah, and more days you're gonna see a very development tools, very sophisticated development approaches in Power BI because Rui Romano and his team is preparing very cool things. Yeah, for CI/CD, for Tindo artifacts, and of course, I cannot forgot to mention the UDF, user defined functions. Right? Have you tested Raji?
Yeah, I started working on it, Leo.
Yeah,
UDS and this thing.
it's a game changer for us because
Yes,
we don't need to do a lot of things. Yeah, and it's definitely is a fantastic thing. So I don't have too much recall for more things, but definitely it's the major points. AI everywhere, data agents. If you don't know to how to do it, start learning now because it will be bigger than Excel, I think.
exactly.
So I think that's it. I don't have. I will share to you in LinkedIn all the materials and also all the links that I promise. I don't have any other questions so far. Um,
So I have posted our LinkedIn, Leo. So maybe if
yeah,
there is any questions, they can reach out to you.
yeah, yeah. Of
So
course, of
yeah,
course.
and thanks for sharing your experiences on this. And there is a question from Udeshwar. In future, Power BI is totally replaced with Fabric. There is a question from
Yeah,
Udeshwar.
no, no. I heard from not Chris Webb, Kristen Wade. Yeah. So Kristen Wade and Justina, I think, not Justina. I forgot the name of the girl now. Oh shit. Okay, it was super funny thing because he came to the stage with a mac and cheese package because people still joking about Power BI is not working with Mac, but now works because you can deploy everything, yeah, most everything inside of the browser. Will not be replaced fully, but now you can make like it's my bet will be 85% of the tasks inside of the browser. So you can use a Mac M4, M3, M2 to use Power BI. But the Power BI desktop, I think, my personal view, will never be replaced fully because it's an application, it's a development thing, yeah. And people love desktop software. Still having Excel, so the Excel adoption of the Excel web versus Excel desktop is completely different, yeah. But one thing that I could see is Power BI brand will still showing Fabric will be more like an umbrella of the all things of data. That's it.
Yeah.
For just
So from
sorry
this, it
for
is
who
answered, right?
don't know who Kristen Wade is one of the creators of ALM Toolkit. I think is not one of the creator, is the creator of ALM Toolkit, and it's a very important tool in Power BI to compare models. Yeah. So that's it. Sorry, Haji. I think I.
That's fine. Yeah. I mean, Udeshwar, hope it is answered. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. So I hope you like it. I'm very sorry for the problems that I have. It's unexpected, but at least I could fix it. Yeah. Yes.
No problem.
thank you, Magu. Yeah. Congrats.
Thank you, Leo. Thank you so much for giving the session, and
Hmm.
looking forward for more. I mean, like upcoming events as well with you. So where you can share your real experiences with the direct product team. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining, and looking forward for your support for the next further events from Data Analytic Group. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.